President Obama spent his second day in Laos paying tribute to its people and the culture. The president visited a northern city known for its Buddhist temples, where he spoke to the students. He also visited victims of American bombing from the Vietnam War and promised more money to help them. Margaret Brennan is in Vientiane, that's the country's capital, covering the president's trip. Margaret, good morning to you.
Good morning. President Obama says the U.S. has a moral responsibility to help the victims of America's secret war in Laos. It was one of the largest covert CIA operations in history, and it left Laos the most heavily bombed country in the world. The prosthetic limbs dangling above President Obama were a stark reminder of the wounds still caused by the American bombing decades ago.
We are reminded that wars always carry tremendous costs, many of them unintended.
During the war in neighboring Vietnam, U.S. warplanes dropped 270 million cluster bombs on Laos to cut off enemy supply lines. 80 million of those bombs did not explode, and there have been more than 20,000 casualties since the war ended. Phong Manathong was maimed and blinded at just 16 years old. A friend gave him what looked like a toy ball. It was a bomb that suddenly exploded in his hands.
I feel a lot of pain on my body, and I feel like I was in fire.
For a year after the devastating accident, Phong was afraid to leave home. But surprisingly, he's not angry at the country that dropped the bomb.
I forgive you, I forgive everyone, because angry, it doesn't give you any good thing.
Across Laos, it's hard to miss the imprints from the bombs. Clearing the unexploded munitions is painstakingly slow. At the current rate, it would take 50 years to remove the tiny bombs. 300 people are still killed or maimed each year.
So you can see there's lots of heavy contamination in the area.
Simon Ray of Mines Advisory Group said the president's pledge of $90 million will help speed up the removal.
I think with the announcement of the additional funding, that will, please a lot of Lao people. They will understand that the Americans are committed here and are taking their responsibilities seriously.
That aid money, while much needed, is not enough to complete the cleanup or to help all of those left handicapped and psychologically damaged. Charlie, President Obama did acknowledge the many victims, but he did not apologize.
Thanks, Margaret Brennan in Laos.